I said we'll be looking at a student-led movement called the Sunflower Movement in Taiwan in 2014. So a rundown of what we'll be talking about is how the movement started, key happenings in the event, how it shaped the future of the place, opinions after the movement, and the effects on other countries. Before we go straight to what we want to talk about, the name the Sunflower Movement, the name of the sunflower, came on the third day of the movement when a florist, a store owner who sells flowers, donated some flowers to the students who were protesting as a symbol of hope and a way of contributing to the movement. So it gained the name, the Sunflower Movement. Now, talking about how it started. In March 2014, hundreds of students broke into the Taiwan legislative, while many others joined in support outside the building. Just to put us on track, let's have a little background check on what orchestrated this public manifestation. We will be looking at the Economic Cooperation Framework Agreement and the Cross-Strait Service Trade Agreement. In 2010, the People's Republic of China and the Republic of China, that is China and Taiwan, met, their governments met and signed the Economic Cooperation Framework Agreement, the ECFA. Before the signing of this agreement, China had pressured other countries not to sign free trade agreements with Taiwan. The Taiwanese government hoped the ECFA would ease up the pressure while enabling Taiwanese corporations to enjoy the benefits of more investment and business opportunities in China. In September 2013, students from a number of universities in Taiwan formed the Black Island Nation Youth Front in protest to the Ma Ying-jeou administration with regards to the possibility of free trade agreements, which could adversely affect Taiwanese sovereignty. The Cross-Strait Service Trade Agreement, that's the CSSTA, was set as a follow-up treaty to the ECFA, Economic Cooperation Framework Agreement. This provoked a general uproar as students stormed the streets in protest with sunflowers, and the legislative chamber was occupied for 23 good days. Thus, the Sunflower Movement began as an attempt to slow down the process, that is the CSSTA, given its broad political dissatisfaction across a large spectrum of Taiwanese. We'll be looking at point 2, which talks about key happenings in the movement. The cause of the occupation was the undemocratic process by which the CSSTA was pushed through the legislature in the Interior Committee hearing, in which KMT, the Kuomintang convener, Chiang Ching-chung, unilaterally determined that the committee should report the bill to the floor. In effect, the various student groups insisted that Chang's decision should not stand because it was not reviewed. Thus, the role played by students has been a point of interest to observers of Taiwanese politics. We'll be going to point 3, which talks of how it shaped the future of the place. The Sunflower Movement unleashed a wave of youthful activism that has greatly reshaped its political landscape, showing how activists can effect a change in government through elections, as evident in early 2016, when the opposition won the elections in Taiwan. Despite the efforts of President Ma Ying-jeou and the KMT ruling party, the Sunflower Movement helped encourage public scrutiny of closer economic integration with China. After the protests, many of Taiwanese activists shifted their attention to institutional forms of politics, joining existing political parties or establishing new ones, taking up staff jobs in the government, or running for public offices. Other Sunflower activists preferred to work through advocacy groups or social enterprises. Even though many activists rejected the political pathway, institutional politics became the most visible means to channel the movement's energy after the decline of the protests. The proponents of this political strategy claimed many believed the movement achieved its success in blocking the ratification through the assistance of allies external to the movement. The movement is viewed as a transformative resistance to the China factor, which had become a daily reality. It is also believed that the movement has influenced the country's diplomatic strategy, the society itself, and politics, which mobilized the process of democratization and the formation of the Taiwanese identity. Last but not the least, on our discussion, we're talking about effects on other countries. The effect of a social movement goes beyond the movement itself, but projects what is behind the movement and what that movement triggers internationally. The Sunflower Movement influenced the umbrella movement of September 2014 in Hong Kong. It also projected the image of Taiwan to the world. For instance, Sherrod Brown, a US senator who is a founding member of the Congressional Taiwan Caucus, urged Ma to ensure a non-violent and peaceful resolution. Summarily, students have been very instrumental in movements and will continue to be by bringing positive changes in their different societies. Do not fold your arms in the face of injustice because you think you are only a student. If you do, you will be a party to the injustice. Yes, you can. Yes, I can. And together, we can. Thank you.